Hi guys, it's Logan, and today I'm going to talk about trust. This is video number 3 in this series of strategy, I call them. I don't know if this is really a strategy, but it's certainly an important part of rev shares or any kind of money making online, and certainly rev shares because with everything that's been going on lately, you really have to be careful to be able to estimate, judge the situation, kind of get opinions of people you trust, or trust in your sponsor and trust in the admins, and I mean owners, not the group admins. All this requires trust. Whether you're getting advice or whatever, it may not be a great advice, but you feel good. You people turn to advice. They'll ask people they know because they trust them on a different level. People will go, which is kind of crazy for financial advice, with their friends who don't have money, right? And this is not the kind of person that you should ask for financial advice. By the same logic, you might say, well, you know, um, some people like sponsors who make a lot of money because they want to make a lot of money, but you may not necessarily be able to achieve that kind of success, because in order for them to make a lot of money, they've done a lot of work that you may not necessarily want to be doing. I was talking to one of my referrals, my Facebook friends yesterday, and he's like, oh, how do I get signups? And I was like, well, the way I know how to do it is by doing this, by talking to people, being honest, being open. And I think people recognize that. And of course, I guess I could be lying. I'm not that good of an actor, but I also have results. So, a combination of that, whatever results you have, I'm not making thousands of dollars a day yet, but I do have results, and people can relate to, little money growing, taking $100 and having it become 1,000 in a month or two or whatever, right? So this is, again, it's all about trust. You're being honest. You're showing what you're doing, and you're telling people like it is. From my videos, if you've seen my specific Revshare videos, that I will tell you when there are situations going on with one or the other. I mean, yeah, this is all public knowledge, but you may not know about that. And I could just as easily have a video that's all, just a bright picture, blue skies, sunny, beautiful flowers, milk and honey. And if you don't know what's really going on behind the scenes, you wouldn't know. And I could just delete any comments that are under my videos. And I don't do that. I delete only comments that promote other things. I delete comments maybe when they repeat. And I answer questions. People ask me things. Why is Triple Threat slow today? And I answer them there. Although I don't think that's a way that's a place to ask those time-sensitive questions. But I do that anyways because, again, this is building trust. Somebody will go through comments and see me say whatever, well, yeah, things are slow. It's about this, 3 times slower or whatever. And they know that I'm not somebody who's going to lie to them and say, no, this is the best program, you should join, definitely come in. I don't do that. I can't do that. I guess anybody could do that, but I don't do that. Another thing is, you build this trust. It takes time to build trust, and it can be lost in a split second. So most of the people that I get to talk to online, it's like a friendship. I tell my wife, hey, I have a new friend today. Who's this guy who lives in Hong Kong? This guy, oh, I have a new Pakistani friend now. We talk all the time about all kinds of things, and you start talking about food, about music, about whatever, and and he trusts me now. He trusts me that he will listen to my advice, and he's signing up in every program that I have without me even saying, hey man, pitching him right away. I don't even pitch. Most of the time people ask me for a link. I hate doing that. And I have people who friend me, and the first thing is like, hi, how are you? Good. Hey, I have this program, and they start pitching me right away. I don't necessarily unfriend them, but yeah, I just say, okay, thanks, I'll consider that. and I might consider it, right? But I'm not going to build a relationship with that kind of a person. And so it takes time. It does take effort. This may not be the best avenue for everybody. It is very time consuming, and it's becoming time consuming for me very, very rapidly. So I will need to find other ways of getting signups without, talking to everybody and answering every single question they have. But right now, I can still do it. I'm still able to do it. I still manage, and I like doing it. It's nice when you hear that, oh, I have this surgery coming up in 2 months, and, we talk about it. It's like, I look at his pictures and we talk about his son's name, or, like my best Revshare friend is a guy from Australia, and he's actually a Kiwi. He's from New Zealand, and he we're basically competitors, but we started talking about things, behind the scenes, and now we share information, we share resources. I give him tips, he gives me tips. We work together, and we're different people. So he has a channel, I have a channel. I have other people that I know like that, and any of my downline, any of you who are signed up under me, if I'm your sponsor, I want you to succeed. So all of you will, in a way, become my competition. But if you're signed up under me, at least I'll be getting a cut from you, right? But even with people like this who are really technically your competitors, we still support each other. We still leave good comments on the videos. We pitch in whatever there is. I got a note yesterday from one of these guys that somebody copied my videos, two of them, and 5 from the other guy and 1 from another person. So I went in and I saw, I filed a report with YouTube, and maybe it's already gone by now. So these are the types of things that it's about trust. And one thing that I noticed, trust related, is every rev share that I'm not in many of them, but I do look at others and I do follow, and every time I see these same people that are always there from the beginning, posting great results, and basically what it seems like they have at this point, they're doing well, so they can take $500 and put them in and start $100 withdrawal within a week or so. And so they're really not really risking that much anymore, because they're working with house money, with play money that came from somewhere else, that earned easily, right? It's not really, it's still earned money, but it's not out of their pocket. And the fact that they can go in with a larger amount makes it easier for them to start withdrawals sooner. So even if this rev share is at risk of scam or crashing for whatever reason, usually it takes a few weeks before that happens, and they can be profiting by then. And another thing is that because of this, and because they're out there, and because they just put a post, withdrawals right in the Facebook group. They put different images, snapshots of their withdrawals on their wall, and people who follow them, they just sign up under them. So that's another avenue for them, is that basically they just get commissions. And there's a name for people who just do commissions. They're called commission junkies. And basically you reach a level where you have so many people following you, or you're so good at promoting, that all they do, they go in with $10 and they buy their membership if necessary, and they get tons of signups. Some people can get hundreds of signups. And the thing is, when you go in a rev share like that, they go in, they just care about their commissions. So they take other people's money, they purchase shares with those, and they make money from those shares that they bought with other people's money. They don't care if that one crashes. They don't care what happens to all those people. I can't do that. I'm not able. I can't do that. I just can't do it. I build relationships with people, and people ask me, I want to join this and that, and I'll be like, well, let me explain you. Maybe don't do it right now. Maybe do it in 2 weeks. Maybe this is not the best one for you. Maybe you should go in this one. And it doesn't mean that I'm not going to make a mistake. I already, have people that are like, oh yeah, I wish you had told me, I could have gone there. I mean, all in good humor, not necessarily like, I wish that you had told me. Because people can see that I'm being honest, and I always say, look, there's risk. You got to be careful. I'll tell you this, but you have to make this decision. I'm not going to tell you. I'll give them 2, 3 options that I can see. I'm in 3, 4 rev shares. I'm not in more right now. And actually today only I started talking about one that I've been in for 10 days, and I didn't really want to do it, but one of my referrals was like, no, you should do it. This is great. This is a wonderful rev share. Okay, I'll talk about it, but I'll talk about the risk. It's a new rev share. You can check out my new video. This is called Galactic Ads. I don't know. Maybe you'll be watching this video in 2 months and it's going to turn out that this was a scam. I don't think so. It doesn't have. It's doing really well. The owners. I'm not going to talk about it now, but trust. If you know that I'm giving you my best opinion, that I'm looking out for your interests, then this is how we build trust. And I don't need to sell you. And I would never risk this trust that I work so hard. I'm sitting here, I could be doing something else. I'm making this video and I'm going to be editing it and I'm going to post it. And in the morning I wake up at 6, and today I was on the computer until, well, I'm online all the time because of other things, other work that I do. But it was like 9 o'clock before I realized that, I got to wake up my wife and get started with the day. I didn't go to the bathroom. I didn't drink. I didn't eat. I was just like answering questions and doing my shares or whatever I need to do, the morning routine, and just tons of communication. And this is all part of building these relationships and trust. So I told you kind of from my point of view. So certainly if you're a sponsor, if you're going to sponsor people, I think this is the best way to do it. Sure, there are less what's the word, ethical ways of sponsoring people, or just less connected ways of doing it. You can do it just as a salesperson, which is, may be nothing unethical about it, but you may not want to decide to do this because this does take time. And that I have time for this. I don't have that much time then left in my real personal life, but I build relationships here for now. And so as a sponsor, I think it's important, if you want to go this route, build these relationships based on trust. Like I send people money back even if they don't ask for it, even if they don't want it. I try to help out however I can, and people appreciate this. Maybe not everybody appreciates it, but those that do, they will stay, and they will. You're selling without selling. You're being like you are being with your friends. You're giving them your best advice. You're helping them out, and people like this because most of the time we're being sold, we're being swindled, our money is being taken, and when you see that somebody cares, that you matter, that they're not trying to take advantage of you, it naturally comes. It just becomes a natural relationship. I don't need to sell it. I'll get enough signups. I don't need to go out of my way to sell. I mean, sometimes, yeah, sure, I go in a sales spiel, and I write and I write and I write, of course. But not as a sales guy, the salesy car salesman, the archetypal sleazy salesperson. No offense to car salesmen, salespeople. Sorry, ladies. And for you as a user, as a referral, if you're looking for sponsors, you should look for the type of sponsors that you want. People may want to sign up with me just because they like me, they trust me, they like how I speak, whatever. Somebody may not like me for whatever reason. People are racist or whatever. You should see comments in some of these rev shares when things go south. You see people really get, you see the truth, you see what they think. So whatever the reason is, somebody is not going to sign up with me because they don't like me for whatever reason, but they like somebody else. They like somebody who makes a lot of money. They like somebody who's white or not white. It could be any stupid reason. But I see people I don't think their videos are great. I don't think they're good presenters. I think, they're all over the place, whatever, and they still get signups. So, don't be afraid as far as your own videos. If you're going to do that, I think you have to be yourself. So whatever is comfortable for you to be yourself. If you're laid back, be laid back. I can't be like like that real loud sales guy, right? I can be me. I tried. I thought in the beginning. I don't even know if I tried. I thought that I would do that, but I don't. It doesn't make sense for me. So I'm being me, and that's going to work enough times that it's worth it. So people will sign up under me. So, and same goes for you when you're signing up, when you're picking your sponsor. Again, you want to see how they're pitching you, how much they're selling you, how hard they're selling you, how they're willing to help. Keep in mind, they may be very busy. Maybe they don't have the time. I see people make all kinds of these decisions, based on, oh, I don't want to join this Revshare because admins in the Facebook group are like nasty or whatever. They didn't approve my post or something like that. Okay, I mean, that's hardly any reason not to go there and make money. Don't let it be personal in that way. Don't let your emotions get in the way of making a good decision of, okay, is this trustworthy? What are really you should have a list of things so you can, look at the site, look at the profile, see what people say, join the group of the Revshare before you sign up, right? Join the group, see what people say. If you don't have a sponsor for that group, like maybe you like me, but I'm not in whatever Traffic Monsoon, go in Traffic Monsoon and join the group and read about it, and maybe some person will stand out. I get a lot of people, I get messages from people who just like, the way I say things, the way I explain things, and they're like, oh, you make sense, can I ask you a question? A lot of people think that I'm an admin in these groups, they include me in those conversations or I get tagged. I'm not. I guess, I learn quickly, I know enough. I don't want to be promoting myself. I'm saying this as a general idea. This is how you can become, established. This is how you can create a brand of you, if that's how you're going to go about getting referrals. But also on the other side, when you're picking your sponsor, weigh against the things that matter. So look for that trust, see what they can do for you. It depends what you need. Some people just want to get a break on their deposit, a rebate. Ask for a rebate. Some people may not offer it. I see people who offer 50% rebate on all, my commissions for lifetime or whatever. And it's like, I could do that. I mean, that's perfectly fine. It's just like, that's hell to calculate. I don't want to do that, If there was a calculation that I could do, maybe I'd offer that, But that should be a sales point, right? You don't need to offer people. People don't necessarily want that. They want somebody they can trust. If they take a break, but these are small amounts. You go in with $100, I'm going to get $10, maybe 12, maybe 8, depending on what it is. That's not a lot of money, but yeah, sure. I'll send you back $10. Maybe I'll cover your membership too. It helps, especially if people don't have much money when they're starting. So, people, you have to speak into their listening. Different people have different needs. It's like those 4 languages of love. Some people want favors, some people want to be listened to. Some people want, when it comes to love, some people want physical attention. So, same here. So people need different things from you, and maybe it's not going to be obvious, but usually they'll ask, and you can see from their questions. So, it's all about trust for me and for most people. So if you can build that trust, that's really what's going to work for a long time. And, maybe rev shares are not going to be here forever. Maybe we'll be doing something else in 2 years, maybe in 5 years. And, but if you help somebody, if you change somebody's life, if you get somebody who lives, I don't know where, right, in a third world country, and you help them double their salary, you'll be their friend forever, obviously. You may not even notice them that much, but to them, you will be somebody who really made a difference in their lives. or you'll get to the same level with somebody else, with another sponsor, or you'll help somebody make a lot of money, or somebody will come in like my Pakistani friend who has much more money than I have. And then I learn something from his moves and I'll be like, oh, yeah, wow, how much you can do with this. This is great. Maybe I should think about this or that. And, you can always learn from people, and you should be learning. So, uh, trust, use it, build it. Don't waste it. Don't try to make money on it directly. It'll just come naturally. Don't use it directly as a sales tool. It's just natural. If you can talk to people, if you can befriend them, if they sign up, great. If they don't, great. Somebody else will. It really doesn't matter. So that's how it is for me. Maybe it doesn't work like that for you, but again, this is my channel. I'm going to tell you how it is for me. Some people will agree, some people won't. That's my trust video, and we'll see what the next topic is. All right. Thanks for listening.